The giveaway Gladiator is getting an ARB Jack. Stay tuned. So who out there has already seen a video review of the ARB Jack? If that's you, drop right down to the comment section and leave us a comment. Tell us what were your initial impressions. And yes, do that before the video. Go ahead, we'll wait. We've got time. We've seen a bunch of those reviews too, and well, we find it really interesting that so many of them are trying to compare the ARB Jack with the old standard, the Farm Jack. And well, we don't think it's fair to either one of them, the ARB Jack or the Farm Jack. The Farm Jack was designed over 100 years ago, and it's used for so many different purposes. The ARB Jack, well, it's been out for just over 2 years, and it's designed to do one thing very, very well, and that's lift and lower your vehicle safely and easily. The ARB Jack was designed using state-of-the-art 3D CAD software and is built with aerospace aluminum. The old Farm Jack, well, that was probably drawn up with a pencil and paper, and it's made from heavy-duty steel. I mean, and we could go on, but well, it just doesn't make sense. So let's just review the ARB Jack. Now, the ARB Jack does use aerospace aluminum. It's 6061 T6 aerospace aluminum for the body, the adjustable hook, and the foot. The body itself features 9 indents that allows you to raise or lower the hook to get the best starting position for your lift. Next up is to point out that the ARB Jack is hydraulic. And when it comes to power to weight to ease of use portability, hydraulic power is hard to beat. The ARB Jack is rated for 4,400 pounds of lifting capacity and features a pressure relief valve for overload protection. The adjustable hook will go all the way down to 6 inches and all the way up to 27 inches before you start lifting, and the jack itself will lift 48 inches. It also features a 6.5-inch diameter foot that pivots and rotates. It also has this nice little indent curve here that matches up with the curve of your wheel, so it makes debeading tires very easy. As we come up to the top, we've got a heavy-duty aluminum handle, and then we have our pressure release, or our release valve to lower the jack. So now that we've shown you, well, the basics, let's show you how to use it. Now, one of the first things you need to do is figure out where you're gonna jack from. We're gonna jack here at the front of the vehicle. We have this heavy-duty Moto-Built Crusher Series front bumper that features these rectangular cutouts in the front that make it perfect for running a lifting jack. Second is a base. We need a heavy-duty base, and if you have an ARB Jack, we do recommend that you get the ARB Jack base. This is made out of a heavy-duty plastic. It has little holes at all 4 corners to grab a hold of. You can also hook a lanyard or a rope to it to help you recover it out of snow or sand, mud, anything like that. It also has this nice little cutout for the ARB Jack foot, and as you notice, it has also a rectangular cutout, and this fits the Farm Jacks also. These are heavy duty, so you can grab them and you can rake things out of the way, whether it's dirt or just some brush, just to give yourself a flat base. We're then going to take our jack and set it in place. Now, before we do anything else, we want to make sure that we block the vehicle. Since we're lifting at this front corner, we want to block the opposite corner because as we lift, that's where the load's going to be. So use a rock, a log, some wheel chocks, anything just to lock this vehicle down. Now, we have it easy because this is fairly level. But if you're off-road and have a problem, you may find that you're not quite level, so you may need to block more than just one wheel to make sure that the vehicle is stable. Now we can raise the lifting hook and get it close to our lifting point. And then we can lift our rubber sleeve here, and that can go right up against the bumper. Now, one of the things we want to do is we want to kick the foot in just a little bit. As we lift this vehicle, it's going to go up and back. And so we want to have the jack tilted in at the foot just a little bit, so as we reach full height, the jack is now standing straight up and down, which will give us a more stable platform. Now we want to hit that release lever and release any residual pressure, and then we can start jacking. So this is what the ARB Jack was designed to do. It is really easy. Matter of fact, let's get somebody else to show you how easy it is. You all know Brianne, she's our videographer. Brianne, put those headphones down and come on over here. All right, Brianne, you're up. Start lifting. And how tough is that?
Not tough at all.
So now I can make a comment about it's so easy that even a girl could do it, but then Brianne's probably gonna smack me later on. So before I put my foot in my mouth, I just wanna say that with the hydraulic power of the jack, it is easy, it's silly easy. And anybody of any stature, whether it be a very big person or a very small person, they can run this jack. And you're not hanging off of a handle up here. It's all right here with the jack, and it's very easy to do. Now you notice I've lifted the vehicle quite a bit and the tire's still on the ground. One of the things we recommend is that you carry a ratchet strap with you in your vehicle. While the vehicle's still at static height, you can wrap that ratchet strap around the frame, around the axle, and lock it in place so that way when you start lifting, it'll lift the tire right away. Now before you dive in underneath the vehicle to do anything, make sure that you block the vehicle from underneath with a jack stand or a log, rocks, whatever. Think of it this way, you've already got the ARB Jack out. Something's gone wrong, so no reason to make it worse with unsafe lifting practices. Now when you're done and you're ready to lower the vehicle, we can use the red release lever, and it's a 2-speed lever. If we just release it a little bit, it's going to come down nice and slow. It's very controlled. And then if we depress it all the way, it'll come down at full speed. Once you're down, we'll hold the lever down and put some body weight on it. And yes, it does take a while. And we can slide it out, hit that lever, and then get some more body weight on it. Now, as I said earlier, the ARB Jack is designed to do one thing and do it well, and that's lift and lower a vehicle. Well, that same motion allows you to also debead or unseat the bead of a tire off the wheel. So let's say you've ripped a valve stem off and you need to repair that. The ARB Jack is a great way to do it. We can take our wheel and tire, set it underneath our lifting point, and take your jack. And now we want to rotate this foot so that we match this curved indent here with the curvature of the wheel. And now we can just start lifting. Make sure you have your valve core out. And then we can just start running this jack. And there we break the bead right there. We can now do it at 3 or 4 other spots around this tire until you have enough room to reach in there, replace that valve stem. For storage, the ARB Jack comes with this nice heavy-duty storage bag. And the ARB Jack fits really nice and tight in it. And we found that the ARB Jack fits really nicely under the rear seat of the Gladiator. Now officially, ARB recommends that you store the jack in an upright, vertical position, and that's because of the release lever. If the jack was laying on its side and you depress that release lever, it could leak hydraulic oil around that release lever, causing not only, well, a mess, but it would also affect jack performance or lifting performance. However, we're going to have it in its case, and we're not going to store anything up and around the head of the jack, and so it's going to be just fine. So now let's address the big thing that the ARB Jack takes a lot of flack for, and that's the price. At the time of this video, they're selling for roughly $800, and that's a big investment for a jack. But when you look at it, the engineering that went into building this or designing this, the aerospace materials that this is manufactured out of, the raw materials alone are expensive. Then all the machining time, then to coat it, to assemble it, well, it's not going to be cheap. And then when you actually get a chance to use one and you see how ridiculously easy it is to lift a big vehicle, even like this Gladiator, maybe it's just one of those things that you get what you pay for. So what's your opinion? We'd love to hear from you. So drop right back down to that comment section and tell us, did we actually change your opinion of the ARB Jack at all? And we'd love to hear from those of you who have used an ARB Jack or who actually own an ARB Jack, because all our viewers would like to hear your comments firsthand. While you're down there, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and check out the description box. That's where you'll find a link to get an ARB Jack for yourself, and of course the ARB Jack Base. And you can find a link to enter to win this 2020 Hydro Blue Gladiator that has an ARB Jack under the seat. So until next time, thanks Northridge Nation.